In this video, I want to talk a little bit about how does the recent federal government funding freeze affect the VA home loan program. As many of you are aware, there was a announcement by the Trump administration today where they are currently doing a temporary pause on pretty much everything until we can figure out who we're funding, who they don't want to fund, all that type of thing. And there's a lot of confusion in the marketplace. This is an ongoing story. It is a fluid story. But I want to just share what we know right now and specifically how that affects the VA home loan. And it might affect you, might affect your family. And so I want to make sure you have as much accurate information as possible based on the time of this recording. So the good news is the VA home loans are still approved. There's no delays at all. The VA home loan is actually not run by the federal government. The federal government simply provides an insurance policy in case of foreclosure. Those are still running. We have no problems. Underwriting's still working fine. So if you are currently buying a home with a VA home loan, rest assured your loan will close in the same time period as it would have before. So that's great news. However, there are a lot of people being affected. You might have some job loss. You might not be able to get childcare. Perhaps if you work at a nonprofit, you might be seeing some cutbacks, all kinds of things. And so now I want to talk about if you currently have a VA home loan, what can you do if you end up in financial stress a couple weeks from now when the mortgage payment comes due? The first thing to do is call your lender. No ifs, ands, or buts. Call your lender, let them know what's going on, be upfront with them because they have programs that can help. Actually, the government requires them to have programs that can help you. Next step is to call the VA Regional Loan Center, and that number is right there, 877-827-3702. They actually have a foreclosure prevention department that is for these kind of situations. There actually are regulations in place where the VA is required to help you in that kind of stuff. And they can not only do that, but they also tell you what charities are out there that are not affected by this that can possibly help you. So they're here to help. And so please, one thing you do not want to do is put your head in the sand and act like nothing's going on. You got to step up and take action to keep your mortgage current and prevent your credit from going crazy. Now let's talk a little bit about people that are trying to buy a house this year. Maybe you don't have a VA home loan yet. Maybe you're trying to make that purchase, and you're wondering what's going to happen if I lose my job. What's going to happen if I can't get childcare or whatever's going on.